Hello, my dear friends. Sorry, I had a little glitch of, getting connected. Yes, welcome to the poetry fatal place where poets meet to share their minds. Today I'm here with you all. Random reading part two series. I'll be reading a couple of poems written by Nivedita Roy, Neelam Saxena, ma'am, and uh, that's it. Pantas Pangihutan S, Lopamudra, Shalini Nandkeolyar, Sneha Goel, Jennifer Garnatz, Joscephine Gomez, and Gargi Saha. But please let me know whether I'm audible or not. So if you could just type in the comment or any like or something like that. So you could just give a signal of you know so I could just go ahead with my reading. I cannot see any comment, but I see someone is watching. But I would request you to put in the comment so that I could begin my reading. It gives me a kind of motivation to go forth. Anyways, without wasting much of your time, let us begin reading. And this poem is written by, I would tell later maybe. This poem basically is in reaction to the event that happened in the state of Manipur, and it is heart-wrenching, I would say. But yes, this has to be talked about. This has to be, written and voiced. So this is a kind of tribute or a kind of, protest or kind of anger that the poet tried to express through the words. For Manipur, the darkened sky asked the silver disk, "Are you able to brighten the darkness? Were you witness to the dark crimes?" The waning lunar disk sighed as if to affirm the injustice. "I brought hope, yet not enough to brighten your darkness." The dark sky shivered. The lunar disk was irked. "Would you be illuminating Manipur tonight?" the sky asked. "I tried, but concealed myself. The hideous actions deprived me of the shine. Why didn't you strike with a lighting?" The silver sheen sought an answer. The sky replied, "To show my allegiance to the maidens mauled in the daylight, I blacked out. I implore the human torches to ignite the flames of brotherhood and solidarity." Under the darkened umbrella, humans are awaiting justice, wailing, shivering, untrusting, and the perpetrators are aware of shoddy system of justice. Justice delayed is justice denied. Humanity was derided and buried. My sisters who suffered, I stand by you, unbuffered. This is by a very well-known poet, a very active member of literary platforms, Nivedita Roy. Beautifully, expressed, the kind of power you could see in that. The next step, I would be reading, this again is, yes. Poet always try to express the pain, through some or the other. Maybe this is the medium that it's very, maybe I can say that, they can make use of that. But I cannot see anybody commenting, but yes, I will go and reading. Yes. No time to halt for the arthritis pain. Can't wait for the fever to subside. Can't stay isolated for COVID. They live in, they live a digital life. It says either 0 or 1, die or live. I love to see these birds fly daily at the same time, and my heart too dances. Whenever I am transferred from those smaller cities to larger ones, I should be happy, but I'm not. The birds aren't found in the smog of cities, maybe except some lonely pigeons and crows, and my inner self becomes frozen, no more dances of joy. My heart craves for that. Chance to stay in a home where peacocks and peahens dance, where the parrots and mynas romance. I too can be free as a bird and not be a part of that people walking in a herd. That's a poet, feeling a poet, I know, inner, what do you call it? Pain is trying to express the emotional pain. So the poem that I have written read just now is written by Neelam, Honorable Neelam Saxena, who is having, a wonderful platform, and she promotes the poets. Uh, so every day, one or the other event occurs, and it was like a poetic event, maybe I could say. So next up is from Indonesia, and he's a beautiful poet. He's a singer, guitar player, and very well beautiful persons, I would say. Yeah. So all the poets are, have this pain within them, and they are trying to somehow stop killing and start loving. Why killing each other? Isn't there any another way? Should you sacrifice your life for false victory? If there is a way of peace, why war? We are all born in the name of love. When there is a desire, express it in the language of love. No one is perfect, neither in you nor me. Only in the language of love, where everyone can understand, and even the sky smiles when the breath of the love blows. The world we live in is only a temporary transit. Wealthy, identity, pride, rank, we will leave them all behind. Even the victory doesn't matter anymore when only distraction everywhere. Make peace in the name of love and humanity. For now, we cried, stop war, stop war, as we longing for peace for you and me, for all. Stop war. That was written by Pantas Pangihutan. Next, I would be reading a beautiful poem written by a very well-known poet, very sweet soul. I would say everyone is sweet, but yes, I cannot, but yeah. I hope you had a sound sleep and you dreamt sweet and wanted to sleep a little more, but the warm rays from the corner of your window paved their way to kiss your face and warm your neck. You woke up by the gentle touch, saw yourself through the reflection of rays, your dreamy eyes and relaxed face. Your folded hands and hymns from your lips filled the air with piousness. You stepped out from bed, recollecting the work for the day, pulled out your pair of sneakers to rush for your routine slog. Please take a pause, my dear. Please take a pause, dear. Breathe the air deeply, introspect yourself intensely, take a vow to dedicate a little time from your daily job for the needy, for the elders, for the sick. An act of goodness will enrich your life. I hope you can manage to do. This is by uh, Honorable Lopamudra Mishra. Lopamudra Mishra. So that is it. So next I would be reading a poem. Yes. She's very close, and I mean, it's like, yeah, how would I explain? I mean, sometimes you hardly find words to, yes. If you could just, anybody joined, if you could just comment it, I could just, so I don't know. Yeah, ma'am Josephine joined. Yes, I think, yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for joining. And yes, Shalini, ma'am, is what I am talking about. And I'm just going to read her poem now. So thank you for joining, ma'am. Thank you. Please show your, kind of comment out. The show went on, waiting again in the wings, the final scene to unfold, the sand in the hourglass running out slowly. She missed this shy, mummy, innocent girl who spoke in whispers, her lost home far away, not this home where her children grew up. Summers where the choir sang soul-stirring melodies when the tangy mangoes hung in mouth-watering clusters, the sap that goes through her thirsty veins, moments dipped in love and blessings. Where was her lost oasis, her heaven of simplicity? How far has she come, the maddening crowd, the never-ending rat race of achievements, accolades, appreciation, ego, satisfactions, that eternal river of light buried beneath layers of insanity, chaos and drama, a tight rope walking in this world of conflicts, undercurrents of compromise, imprisoned in the self-created citadel of bipolar existence, an expat once again, an expat once again. This is from the book Angst, an anthology, and it's written by Honorable Shalini Nandkeolyar, ma'am. Thank you for giving me such an honor of reading the poem, ma'am. Thank you. And thank you for your comments. I could have the few comments, but yes, thank you. That was uh, uh, that was a kind of maybe encouragement. You can say that. Yeah. Next, I would be reading. Let me check, and yeah, I will be reading. Yes, it again is sweet, a wonderful heart and wonderful human being, and she's a good writer, and she has and a beautiful poems, and she basically encourages young, it's a beautiful, it's like children, and she prompts them to, they encourages them to write, and she successfully managed to get them beautiful poems from them too. So that is something great, and that is very much. Come home, O Devi. Come home, O Devi. Chants of Devi mantras suffusing the Shrishti. It's Mahalaya, come home, oh Mahishashir Mardini. She arrives on an elephant only to find the remnants of what she called home. Every time she had returned to her Shiva, she prayed for the well-being of Manava, appealing Prakriti. Forgive the follies of sinners, my dear. Each year we promise to give her a better home, but only remember our commitment on Mahalaya. She wipes her tears and forgives us all. But when our misdeeds become unbearable, she opens her Trinetra and raises Prakopa, not leaving a trace of even her dear Prakriti and its Tattva. In the abode of her Shiva, she meditates upon the resurrection of Manavata to uphold the Srishti, a home so dear to Durga. Let's pledge to make her home as beautiful as she left it first time. When pollution, corruption, borders, and treacherous minds were not. And then we proudly say, come home, come home, come home, oh David. Beautiful, beautiful wordsmithing that went into this poem, and many of Sanskrit words and Sanatana, mythical, whatever you call, spiritual words have been put into, very well used. This poem has been, written by Miss Sneha, Dr. Sneha Goel. Next, I would be reading a poem from a very good friend of mine, and yes, and she's a part of this Fertile Branch, and she's, she always supports this group. And let us find her poem. Yes, I got it. She shares that this basically inspired by one of my poems that I have written. Now let me tell you something which, of course, is nothing. Somewhere, maybe I have written somewhere. So she took a leaf out of it, and so she said that she has written inspired by that. Right? You let me down. I told you everything buried in the depths of my conscious heart, outpouring emotions, letting hope to let loose, loving words float. My innermost feelings airborne, seeking to merge within your heart. Sadly, they bounced off, floating into oblivion, revealing your refusal to reciprocate feelings of sincerity. Thought you were ready for me, thought you were ready for us. Too late. Too late, I now realize you are only fooling around with me. My heart belongs no longer to me. I can now only dazedly glide through each day regretting my naivety. Hopefully one day these emotional feelings of love will vanish into thin air so my heart can live, feel alive, survive carefree, to give its love to someone else more worthy of it, of me, more worthy of it, of me. That was written by Jennifer Garnatz. Jennifer Garnatz is a wonderful, poet and wonderful, what would I say? So beautiful art. So next up is, I would be reading here, yes. How would I describe her? The poet who, Yes. Let me check. I am. It's a beautiful poem, brilliant. The current trend, has been intelligent, mobiles and technical, uh, gadgets, surrounded by gadgets. And it's a her expression of, putting that and, concern of showing, how bad it is. Thank you, Shalini ma'am. Thank you. And thank you. Yes, this is penned by, she has a great bio, and I will just simply call her Ma'am Joscephine Gomez. Jailed in a cell, jailed in a cell, awaking in the morning, even before praying, your whole hand reaches out for it. Even while yawning, some start with news, some check on others' views and about the photos and the text they post, while some check on messages. Those who belong to groups, art or poetry check on tilt results and current activities of are hungry for learning. Browse the internet, devour what's there and still hunger for more. Before the day ends, Netflix or YouTube satisfies, forgetting the contentment, seeking unknown fulfillment. Sometimes work is delayed, hunger is ignored, at times it's thirst, a bursting bladder the worst. It has become for many a serious malady, almost incurable, like a malignancy. Cell phone addiction you can conquer if mindfulness be there. Exactly. Meditation disciplines the mind. Peace without a cell phone you can find. Addiction to the cell phone is like a jail sentence, but one for which you yourself can grant a parole. That was written by Ma'am Joscephine Gomez. A very thoughtful and a very, the, the kind of, people are so addicted to the mobiles and, especially the Android stuffs and all. So that was from Joscephine Gomez. Next up is, yes, she never misses our, whatever, prompts that we give, and so committed and so, what do you call? She never misses, and never fails to come to the poetry recitals too. So this is something she written. Wrinkles. Silver-haired men in 70s waiting in queues with discomfort to receive their pension and heave a sigh of relief. Monetary appetite has been satiated, but wrinkled skin, poor vision, hearing impaired, loneliness, best friend. Free suggestions given without an audience, felt neglected, forlorn, battling in an ocean of ifs, buts. Even though a loss of appetite, children stay overseas. Grandchildren long for affection of grandparents. Withdrawal from society, yet still earn adoration of loved ones. Understand, yet be blissfully ignorant. A strange age is old age. A strange age is old age, sickness, medication, care, perhaps awaiting a new sunshine. Perhaps awaiting a new sunshine. Awaiting a new sunshine. That was really, that was a profound and thoughtful poem written by Miss Gargi Saha. Miss Gargi Saha. So that's brings us to the end of the today's reading. But yeah, maybe if we could read some, I know one of my poems, but I think I could not. Yes, this is something I could read. I can read maybe. Hope you would like it. Well, I wonder what is the peace. Well, I wonder what's the peace was the question posed by the bird of solace. I retired by saying, where you flutter and fly to nooks of uncharted territories without having a jarring sound disturbing your flight. That's what is called peace, to which you represent. Oh, I see. Is it your one day noise? Or do you people really care about us? My dear so-called man of magnificence? All right, my dear bird of souls, we smeared the ambience with honks of violence and rendered the cosmos with murky darkness. Peace went in the state of restlessness. We, the people, after much sensational utterance, came together and set a date for a truce. Oh, my dear bird of solace, let me promise you with my pen of significance. I make you understand the meaning of peace, though it's now shattered into pieces. Shards of dissonance are what remain. Nevertheless, one day I will let you take flight of serenity without having to bother the discordant hues. Yes, my dear bird of solace, which you otherwise called as dove of peace. Yes, I would, with my vibrant whistles, grab hold of peace. It's my promise. And this is written in response to the poem. I mean, it's like this flight in Concita Papia of, aspiring writer society. So that was the end of today's reading, my dear friends. Hope you liked it. Maybe you could not. Maybe many have failed to grab this movement to watch or something like. But later you could just I would put it on YouTube and maybe you could just watch it, or you could just click this page and and you will find the reading. So, but yes, if you do share your suggestions, opinions, and if you have any ideas to go further, or if you could wanted to, say something about, the reading and all, you could share your pieces as well. Uh, I will read in the next week. So today it's up. It's time for now to take say goodbye. Thank you, my dear friends. Thank you for having it what I call patient listening. Thank you one and all for sharing your voices. Thank you.